podcast show for business owners and managers who are passionate about developing people and growing a successful business. And now here's your host, Alistair Booth from the HR Booth.
Welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in. So in this episode, I'm going to just talk about some of the types of businesses that we kind of look after. So quite often we kind of get asked if we kind of specialise or niche in any kind of particular sector. So I know that some organisations might specialise in, the creative industry or dealing with kind of startups and that kind of thing. But we genuinely don't actually specialise or niche in any kind of particular sector. We've got a wide range of kind of clients that we look after, and I have kind of done an exercise before just to kind of see where most of our kind of clients come from, and it's quite an even spread actually. So, and what I want to do is just kind of talk through some of the typical kind of clients that we look after and where they kind of fall into. So a lot of the businesses that we work with are what we would class as businesses on a bit of a growth journey. So very entrepreneurial, kind of managed owner businesses, and people have set up their business and then it's kind of grown quite quickly. So they're on a bit of a growth journey. So they tend to be some of the clients that we kind of look after. So that's kind of particular one area. The good thing about these types of business for us is that we've been able to grow with them. So if we've kind of got into that business quite early on, they've then increased the size of their team. They've then not needed to perhaps go and appoint an HR person because they've kind of got us there anyway. And then what we've been able to do is do additional kind of services for them as they kind of grow. So that's been something that's been really, really beneficial. So growth businesses are certainly kind of good clients for us, but also it's great for us to be able to share our experience in terms of having gone through that journey with a lot of clients. So we know that businesses that are on that growth journey do like working for us for that reason, that we can kind of share a lot of the challenges, a lot of the learnings that we've seen, what's worked well and what hasn't, so we can give some good advice around that. So that's certainly a good kind of business that we do work with. Other one on that is just startups or early stage kind of growth. So businesses that are kind of relatively new, and then maybe need to put things in place around systems, processes. They're perhaps not got some of the legal stuff in place around contracts, the handbooks. They're maybe looking at employee handbooks because they've maybe not got some rules in place, so they've maybe been quite relaxed. And then as the business kind of grows, they're needing to kind of formalise some of that. So we can help them with that as well. So early stage kind of business up is good for us also, just to kind of help them put the foundations in place so that when they do grow, they've got that in place and it doesn't cause any issues. Other types of businesses that we look after, so we actually have quite a lot of family businesses as well, which is quite interesting, and that wasn't a kind of intention of mine when we set the business up. It just kind of seemed to happen that we worked with a lot of family businesses, and interestingly, the first job that I had when I was at school was in a family business. So I was in a bakery, and I worked in the family business there. So that was the only real experience I had of a family business. So it's been quite good working with some of the kind of family businesses that we have, and typically that comes about when the mum or dad of the business are looking to pass that on to the next generation, and what they're looking to do is to make sure that the next generation have got that right support in place to allow them to continue to flourish and manage properly. So HR is one of these areas where they're looking to make sure that their son or daughter or the next generation has got that support in place, so we can work with that transition. Other family businesses have been when the next generation have taken it on and then all of a sudden think, geez, what do I do here? So they've then reached out to us for that kind of HR support. So that's typically what we can do for a family business. And it's not uncommon for me to have been present in meetings where there's a lot of issues with family dynamics, a bit of chat that takes place where I've kind of said, you want me to leave the room? And they've kind of says, no, you're part of the family, you can stay and listen to this. So there's things that probably take place over a kind of meal at home with families, and I'm kind of present at some of that in the workplace. So kind of overflows into the workplace. So it's great working with some of the family businesses that we have in the UK, and real kind of eye opener, and great to work with some of these businesses. As I said, lots of the kind of different challenges in there. I think one of I remember it stuck with me actually. One of the family businesses that we had, one of the guys, so it was one of the sons. I think it was a fourth generation family business when they took it on, and he'd been working in the family business. He was 12 or 13. He was now in his 40s, and he was actually going to be managing people that remember him from being just a young child. That's quite difficult, that transition. So that's kind of some of the things that we're able to kind of support and kind of coach them through on that. Other types of businesses, we have a lot of kind of manufacturing, engineering, kind of production type companies that we look after. So we kind of support managers there on day-to-day things around strategy, helping them kind of with recruitment, giving them some metrics around managing performance. So looking at things like employee staff turnover, absence rates, productivity, etc., and just giving them a framework to kind of manage that quite effectively. So we have kind of found that some of the managers are perhaps lacking on people management experience, so we can kind of coach and kind of support them through that, and that we've got a lot of experience in doing. So and just love going into some of the manufacturing companies. There's so wide ranging, but it's great to kind of get stuck into some of that and kind of see what they do behind the scenes and build that kind of relationship with these types of clients. So so we've got a lot of kind of manufacturing businesses that we look after, and I suppose the other one is another couple actual trades and construction type companies. So a few kind of construction businesses, and then trades are generally kind of businesses where the business owners set the business up. So a bit like kind of early stage or growth businesses, but they're perhaps in a trade. So electrician firms, joinery firms, painter and decorating, that type of thing. So and then they've also got kind of teams and squads and things like that they're kind of looking after. So we've got good experience in that sector as well. And then the other one is what we class as professional services. So tends to be kind of more office-based type kind of roles. So we've got kind of solicitors that we kind of look after. And that was an eye-opener as well, just in terms of some of the kind of solicitor firms not having kind of documented contracts and handbooks, but they're very good at regulation for everything that they do, but perhaps don't concentrate that so much on the people side. So we've kind of helped them put that in place, which has been good. So that's certainly something that we've kind of got some experience on. And then other professional type services companies include kind of IT, technology, accountancy firms, different things like that as well. So that's the type of businesses that we look after in professional services. And we can offer a full kind of outsourced HR service. So depending on kind of clients' needs, we can tailor that to kind of suit your requirements. So so that's types of businesses that we kind of look after. There might be others that we kind of do that we kind of not covered in this episode, but essentially if you're a business that has got employees, you're kind of growing, or you're looking to make changes, or even looking to maybe downsize, then I'll be very surprised if there's not a people kind of challenge in your business that we can't help with. So if you need more information on any of that, then you can check us out on the website, which is www.thehrbooth.co.uk. Really proud to work with some household names across the country. So there's a lot of kind of clients that we work with that are really well recognised, and they kind of trust us to kind of look after the needs of their people. So we're always looking to kind of see if there's other businesses that we can support and help. So so if there's something in this episode that resonates with you, or you're looking for a bit more information, then check us out on the website, or you can contact me on at thehrbooth.co.uk. So thanks for tuning in, and catch up with you again soon.